everybody, how's it going? Stoudman coming right back at you, and today I'm going to be talking to you about this bad boy right here. Trick or Treat, or Trick-er-Treat. The Brandon Daugherty film that came out of, I guess, like 5 or 6 years ago. I can't remember exactly when. It's been a while at this point. But they had the standard Blu-ray release for quite some time out, and it wasn't a terrible Blu-ray release or anything like that, but it wasn't anything too terribly special. And then recently, Shout Factory announced, that the Scream Factory, I guess you could say, announced that they were going to do this release, and it just came out in time for Halloween, so I had to pre-order it. I had to snag this one for myself because I love this movie. And yes, to be fair, I already own it one time over, and as you can see, this Warner Premiere release here, it's not too shabby. It's just a bare bones basic release. I can't say necessarily that it's really a bare bones release, because if you look at the back, there are a few special features, some pretty cool stuff there. They've got How Did Many of Our Scary Season Traditions Start? And then commentary with director Michael Daugherty, additional scenes, Trick or Treat, Season's Greetings, an animated short with optional commentary by Michael Daugherty, School Bus FX comparison, and exclusive features via BD Live. Well, I doubt you can really get that anymore, but the reason, I mean, if you are wondering why would I actually get this particular version if you already have that one, well, new special features, folks. And I'll tell you right now, it has Tales of Folklore and Fright, including interviews with writer-director Michael Daugherty, conceptual artist Breen Burns, and storyboard artist Simeon Wilkins. It has Sounds of Shock and Superstition, including interviews with Michael Daugherty and composer Douglas Pipes. Those are the only two new ones. But it does have the audio commentary by Michael Daugherty from the original release. It has the additional scenes from the original release, Trick or Treat Season's Greetings, the animated short, How Did Many of Our Scary Season Traditions Start?, School Bus FX comparisons, extensive still galleries, and the theatrical trailer. I don't think they list I don't think the still galleries and the theatrical trailer are in the original release. They may be, I don't remember correctly. I haven't checked really, I'm sorry. But I will say that if they aren't included, that is a nice little touch that they don't actually mention as being new here. But I feel like if you're a horror fan, you don't even need me really to tell you why you would pick this one up over the other one. Because obviously, just look at that beautiful artwork. That is just magnificent. So glad I pre-ordered this. So beautiful. But it gets better. This came out in 2007, so it was more than just a few years ago. But yes, there you go. I believe this is the artwork from the Steelbook. I've seen a Steelbook at FYE, in fact, with this exact artwork. So I believe that's where this artwork came from. It might have come from somewhere else, and then they used it for the Steelbook. But either way, the point is that that's the artwork. That's where you may have seen it before. That is on the inside of this beautiful artwork. So you get two beautiful versions of artwork for Trick or Treat here, and neither of them, I might add, are the same as this one. So if you still want to keep this one, you can go ahead and do that. I'm probably going to be sending it to a friend of mine, but yeah, I am definitely happy to see that they have put a lot of effort into this release. Very cool stuff. If you haven't seen Trick or Treat and you're not familiar with it, then let me just give you a breakdown. It is an anthology horror film along the lines of something like Creepshow, or even like the Twilight Zone movie, you know, that kind of thing. Tales from the Crypt, the original Tales from the Crypt movie, all the way back then. Not the one you're probably thinking of. I mean, there were two Tales from the Crypt movies that came out in like the 90s, right? And I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the one that came out in like the 70s. That's the anthology horror one. So yes, there is a Tales from the Crypt anthology movie from the 70s. It's pretty cool. I recommend checking it out. It's also out from offered by Scream Factory, so another Scream Factory title you might want to consider. But anyway, this is an anthology horror movie, and it's all set on Halloween night. It all takes place on Halloween night. All the stories you see in the movie take place on one Halloween night. And yes, the main character here is like a little child dude here. Looks like a child wearing a Halloween mask and going around trick-or-treating, but, is it a child? Well, I won't spoil that for you, but I will say that this is an excellent film that, if you haven't seen it yet, you definitely have to. It's easily a modern classic by any stretch of the imagination. My brother recently asked if he could borrow my Blu-ray copy in order to watch this movie for the first time because he had never seen it before. He just never got around to it, and now it's apparently not on any streaming service, or at least it's not on any of the main Netflix, Hulu, Amazon streaming services anymore. So yeah, I mean, if that's the case, I say go for the best possible way to get it on Blu-ray here. And you can't get better than the collector's edition from Shout Factory, from Scream Factory. So I am very, very happy with this, and I hope that if you guys have not seen it, you will do your best to check it out this year because it is such a good movie. It has become one of those movies that I watch every single Halloween, and I recommend the same for you because it is definitely a movie that deserves to be seen every Halloween. It's one of those that you can easily plop in every Halloween just to celebrate the holiday. Even, honestly, I would say if you watch one movie about Halloween for Halloween, this, obviously there's Halloween. That's the obvious choice, but if you're tired of watching that every year, you can plop this one in. And I don't know if I'd say it's just as good, but it's pretty damn good. It's pretty damn close. So, yes, very happy with this one. I think I've said that about 1,000,000 times now, but yes. And I don't know what they're doing in regards to a sequel, but I know there were talks about doing a sequel at one point. So, I'm still hoping that they do. Just haven't heard much of anything about it for a while now, so well, we'll have to wait and see, I guess, but I'm definitely excited to see that if and when it happens, so that would be very, very cool. But yeah, that is my little review, my little update, if you will, about the collector's edition of Trick or Treat from Scream Factory. So cool, and I'm so glad I'll be able to watch this copy rather than the old dusty copy that I got back there this Halloween. But hey, old dusty copy isn't bad, and that's why I'm sending it to a friend of mine so that then he can watch it every Halloween. Yeah. So anyways, that'll do it for me. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you later. Peace.